What do you make of all of this? I mean, it's all a bit of a wish list, isn't it, from Arron Banks?
Yeah, I think it's hopeful thinking, to put it mildly, from Arron Banks. I do think there's some stock in what he has to say. I wouldn't like to be a Tory MP in the red wall coming up to, or supposedly the blue wall now, as it has been since 2019, coming up to this, election, because there is going to be an absolute swathe of them who lose. However, this idea that all of a sudden they're all going to cross the floor and they're going to take a chance, Tory MPs and Conservatives notoriously play it safe. They will put their party before a lot of other things. And I would be surprised to see 10 cross the floor just because of Nigel Farage, as appealing as I'm sure Nigel Farage's leadership is to many Tory MPs.
But if this is to be believed, it does suggest, doesn't it, that even Conservative MPs don't want the party to succeed at the next general election.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a real concern for the Tories. I think what's happening now, though, and Arron Banks did get this bang on, is the fact that the Tories have accepted their fate. The Tory staffers who I speak to on a semi-regular basis have all conceded the fact they're going to lose. They've conceded the fact they're going to get absolutely slaughtered at the election. And the reality is they're just trying to make sure they can survive the day so that they can rebuild. The big question for me is, what does this mean for the Tories after that election? Because we're almost guaranteed to see a Labour government. And in that time, that space that's left in opposition for the Tories, are they going to lurch to the right? Or are they going to go more down the one nation route with somebody like, Penny Mordaunt? Or are they going to, we've talked about a Nigel Farage leadership of the Tories in some scenarios. Are we going to see reform and the Tories potentially brought closer together in opposition?
Are we losing the old trope that, you win by attracting the centre ground? Oh, excuse me. Because certainly, here, and you look at the States as well, things seem to be becoming more polarised.
Yeah, things are. And I think that's a concern for anybody who cares about, doing things in a balanced and measured way, because the extremes, in my opinion, don't offer solutions. They offer very simple answers to complex questions. And I think sometimes that can be very alluring to people. We look at the likes of Donald Trump in America. Even in my time in the Labour Party with Jeremy, the offer that was there, that was unrealistic, but obviously attracted lots of people. People want those bold and big gestures from politics a lot of the time, when actually, is it what we really want? Do we want somebody running the country who is extreme in their views, or do we want someone who's, measured, sensible, pretty boring, if we're being honest? We're talking about somebody like Keir Starmer, but is it a safe pair of hands? And hopefully that centre ground is where the majority of sensible decisions can be made for the future of the country.
Oh, well, we shall see. James, good to see you.